Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute keychain hand sanitizer cozy. All the information you need for this tutorial will be located over at charmbyashley.com, so check all those links in the description box below, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you make this, I would love to see it. So if you're interested, stick around. Okay, so hopefully you headed over to charmbyashley.com to grab the pattern for this, and you have cut out all your pieces. There are only 3 pieces for this pattern, and then we will cut out the identical pieces in some lightweight fusible interfacing. And then I'm going to iron those onto the back. Make sure you iron both sides to make sure your fusible interfacing and your fabric stays nice and smooth. So we're going to take this one piece. This is the one piece. There's 2 identical pieces and then the other piece, if that makes any sense. And we are going to fold it in half with the wrong sides together, and then there's these little tabs on each piece. We're going to fold those inwards, and we will do that for every single piece. Just iron them down just to make sure that they go where they need to go. And then we'll take the other pieces, the other 2 pieces that are identical, fold those little tabbies down, iron them really good, and do that for the other one and the other one. And I've had some comments, not bad ones, but I have had people say that they wanted to see more of the process. They wanted to see more of the sewing, so I'm going to be adding some actual sewing shots. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt for me, and I just kind of just want to get it done, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more thorough in my videos, so I hope you appreciate that. If you do, give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you enjoy my tutorials. So I'm taking that little weird piece, first one that we folded and then we did the thing, and then I'm going to just do a top stitch along the folded edge like so. So all those little tabbies that we folded inwards, we're just going to do a little top stitch on those, and that's just gonna keep those little tabbies flat and kind of just like out of the way, because I don't want to see you. I just want you to I want you to be there, but I just don't want you to be there, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna do all those, and hopefully we can get through this quickly. So those little areas that we're top stitching, that is going to be where the little the top of the bottle, the lid will poke through, so we're kind of finishing off that edge just so that our little hole that it pokes through will be nice and finished and pretty, and we will have no raw edges. So that one piece that we folded, we did a little top stitch on the one side, that is going to be the pocket. And so we're going to take the long piece and then put the pocket piece on the one side, making sure that all those tabs are all lined up together. Put the other long piece on top, and then we will be sewing all the way around the whole thing, except for, of course, that little hole. And I know you're thinking, that little hole, what are we going to do with it? Well, that will be where we flip it right side out. And I know you're probably thinking that's crazy, but it can be done. So just wait and see. Okay, so we're going to start sewing right at the little hole there, and then we're going to back stitch like a bunch, just because there will be pressure on that hole when we go to flip it. And we want to make sure our stitches are nice and locked so it doesn't, end up coming apart. So now I'm just going to go around, going a little bit slowly around the curvy edges. When we get to those right corners, we're going to leave our needle in, rotate the fabric, just like that. Keep going and rotate, and keep going, and then rotate again, and then go around very nice and smoothly. This is all practice. This is all stuff that if you've never done before is good practice. And then, of course, we locked those stitches nice and tight when we went down to the other side of that little hole. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip the corners, and I will snip down the curvies, and that will help make the fabric lay nice and flat when you're done. And even the corner there, you're just going to snip in, make sure you don't snip your stitches. And now I'm going to be flipping it right side out. And I have a little trick to make this a lot easier. I will take that tab there, push my thumb down, pushing the fabric down in. Once you get a little bit of a divot, you're just going to take a smooth tool. I'm using a Sharpie because those are really nice and smooth, and just kind of push it through, and then the tab will come through that hole. Pull the tab and then just keep pulling until it all comes out, and then it's right side out. So easy, but I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of a pain. Now I'm just going to do a quick little top stitch all along the one side. Don't go down the pocket. We don't want to make the pocket any smaller than it is. And now we're going to do a little test run, making sure that it fits in nicely, and then we will just test where we want to put our little snap. You can use a sew-on snaps. I'm going to be using a cam snap variation where you have a snap setter and all that stuff like that. But there are other closures. You could make a buttonhole and a button, but I might look like I know what I'm doing, but I can tell you I do not know how to make a buttonhole yet. That might happen in 2018. I tend to just avoid the whole thing of a buttonhole just because I'm afraid I'm not going to know how to do it, but I hear from, little birdie, my mom, it's the easiest thing in the world. Anyways, I'm just going to place my snaps and make sure that the female end is on the main body and then the male end is on the little tab. It'll just be easier when you want to snap it in. And then that's it. We're gonna test it out. And then I used a binder ring, I think it's called, and I just hooked it over the little tab there, and then I put my sanitizer bottle in. The sanitizer bottles are a 1 ounce, so that's what it fits perfectly. They're like the pocket travel size, so you can get them in the travel section. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!